What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails into Reverie. Last time we handled our second to last daydream for right now, which dealt with us seeing how Cedric's introduction to the society went. He still had in the back of his head of being this, very spoiled prince, but surely had the entirety of Red Constellation fight him at once. And he eventually got over that and was like, I'm no longer Cedric Rise Arnor, I'm just Cedric. I'm just a nobody who needs to find his way all on his own power. So, it ends up with him pretty much visiting all of it from far away, looking in on Oliver's wedding, wishing him the best, as we see him pull out his Ouroboros Arcus, and it has the number 19 on it. Which obviously means that Cedric was able to pass, and I don't know who decides, I don't know if it's Campanella or the Grandmaster herself, maybe once someone passes the test, they go before the Grandmaster, and then the Grandmaster says yes or no. But, however it works, Cedric was accepted and is now Enforcer number 19. Now, we don't know what his title is. The Fallen Prince would be a pretty badass Ouroboros title, but he also probably doesn't want to be known as, a prince anymore, so maybe not that name. But I think the Fallen Prince would be a very cool name for an Ouroboros agent. But yeah, so we have one more story-related one to do before we handle our, little mini-game ones, before we get back to Rufus's story. So let's see what Project Orbal Gear 4 Part 1 is about. Can already tell it's going to be more experiments on Agate from Erica. Oh, it's even being at Thor's. Okay. There's Tita's Orbal Gear. Schmidt and Tita. It looks like most of the problems have been addressed. The combat data from the last test proved useful then. Barry, I owe the team a lot. The Orbal Gear 3 is officially complete. Then you get a passing grade, I suppose. So, what next? Oh, I haven't given that much thought, actually. Which means your schedule is open. Try analyzing this. What is it? What is it? No questions. Huh? But then how? Oh, you want me to figure that part out. There is no rush on your findings, nor is there a need to provide periodic updates. You're free to proceed however you wish. Is there something else? No. It's just you seem so swamped with work lately, I was wondering if I could help lighten the load. Oh, is this when she first comes to the Empire? Oh, hey, we got the Liberal crew and Alisa here too. Mom, why are you here? Why are all of you here? Sorry to drop in, Tita. We were just escorting your mom. And I'm here on a job, a very troublesome job, as it so happens. How so? That can wait. There's something much more important here than work. Uh-huh. And that's you, my baby's breath bundle of cuteness. Oh, how your mommy has missed you. Mom. And you've only gotten cuter. I can't believe it. It's a scientific marvel. They gotta have laws against going over cute capacity because I just can't take it. Stop, Mom. Everyone is watching. Let them. I get the hug and kiss and love on my favorite little girl. My Tita tank's been running on empty for months. Professor? Just let her get it out of her system. Poor Tita. Please, this is so embarrassing. If you're going to fritter away my time, do it where I can't see it. I'm sorry. My apologies, I sometimes forget that my enthusiasm could give a man with already 1 foot in the grave a heart attack. Jeez! I feel like all things considered, Schmidt seems like a very healthy old man. There you are with that cheek. I would assume you were the child if I didn't know your daughter was standing right next to you. Why, thank you. My imagination is as rich as a child's. Good thing, too, since my partner now is a senile old fart whose last good idea may have predated our concept of time. Huh, the nerve. And he's smiling! I can't tell if they hate each other or if this is just their thing. I'm leaning toward the latter. She's the only engineer I know who can have at it with the professor. Probably because she's gonna be him in 30 years. Oh god, she's gonna hear that, especially since you're the one that said it. Unlike her old man who just loves throwing whatever shit he can find together, these two develop tech with specific goals in mind. They also don't mind throwing everyone else under the bus if it means meeting those goals. Hey Red, I got ears. So, the job? Right, time to get down to business. So you're forming a team to handle problems the Black Workshop left behind? In short, yes. The workshops left scars all across the land. Their weapons, autonomous and otherwise, are on the black market. It could be people are scavenging for remnants of them. However they're going about it, it's going to be a problem in time. The guild's on full alert. Sounds rough. No wonder you're here. I came here as a representative of ZCF after receiving a formal request from the Imperial government. Professor Schmidt and Russell are acting as the linchpins of the team. I'm here since I was connected to the workshop. And the guild is working with us as a safety measure. All of this is being coordinated via the Reinford Company. We'll be investigating all sites while figuring out what to do with the weapons we find in said sites. I see. I'm surprised you agreed to help, Professor. I don't see it as helping. I couldn't care less what the government or the guild wants. All I want is the data the Black Workshop left behind. Yeah, I can't wait to get my hands on it all. You two have a one-track mind. You think I could be part of the team? I'd love to be of some help. Well, you don't have to do a thing, Tisa. But I did say this job is troublesome, but as you can see, we have more than enough people to go around. And I didn't come all this way for nothing. We don't even have to worry about funding since RF and the government's footing the bill. Father was such a large part of this that my mother and I are by default. If it takes all of Reinford's resources to put an end to it, then that's just what we'll have to do. And if anybody tries to get rough, they got the bracers to let them know what's what. I mean, I was never going to worry about that. I know you guys are there. Then you know we're all set. You're not even a bracer, Ren. Best thing you can do is focus on school. What about you? You're in school too. I sure am. Dean Collins allowed this as part of extracurricular activities. I might even present a new thesis based on my findings. Dean Collins! I miss him! He was such a nice old man. So why can't I do what you're doing? There's nothing you can do for this team. Why not make Why not make sure Makarov's damn niece doesn't set fire to the building while I'm out? Oh, Professor, I know Min can be a lot, but even she wouldn't... Whoa, that wrench went flying. Huh? How'd it get caught in the vent? Whoa, it caught on fire. This place is about to go up in smoke. I'm on my way. Project Orbal Gear 4, Part 1. So we'll be hanging out in the Empire for a little while. How long exactly? This particular problem's pretty broad, so we're thinking it'll take about 4 months or so. Not long. Dan and that maniac should be able to hold down the fort just fine. Maniac is your father. I got some things that need taking care of as soon as I'm back, but who could resist all this workshop business? Are you sure there is anything I can do to help? It's fine, don't worry, my little angel. The schedule itself isn't very packed, to be honest. Most of our time will be spent on data analysis. Yup, and if anything decides to get in our way, we'll give them a real smackdown and sell things in a jiffy. So don't stress, okay? If you say so. And if push comes to shove, I can always sacrifice this guy here. I don't mind. Hehehe. Mom, just kidding. Bullshit. Oh, Agate, you silly, stupid man. That's the most endearing thing she's ever said. She's gonna say something like, I'm gonna kill you myself. Like I said, why would I have to resort to sacrificing you when there are so many other fun ways to use a pack mule over the next 4 months? Fun, huh? You can lay off the murderous intent anytime now. And it will be fun, alright, for me. Ha 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 ha. Agate's stuck looking over his shoulder for the rest of his days. It's like her obsession with Agate has gone into overdrive after he and Tita went to the Empire. You do live a life of suffering, don't you? A normal person would have keeled over by now. Must be the A-rank bracer in you. Can you not sound so impressed? I wonder when he got his promotion, though, because he was B-rank during the Libero stuff. Haha. What's gotten you so giggly? Just seeing us all together like this brings me back home is all. Well, home will always be there for you when you're ready for it. And since things are more or less back to normal, how do you like your school, Tita? The press couldn't stop talking about Thors during the war, especially your instructors. Well, everyone's really nice. There's a lot of funny and interesting people around here. I was a little afraid when I first came here, but now I feel totally fine. That's good. Sounds like you made some wonderful memories. Yeah. So make sure you give them a proper goodbye so you don't sour those fond memories. Huh? Don't worry. Once you're settled, you can invite all your friends to come see you in Libero. What are you talking about? Come to think of it, I need to carve out some time in my schedule to talk this out with your instructors. Wait a second, Mom. What are you talking about? Why would I need to say goodbye? I'm not just here on a job, Tita. I'm here to take you back home. What? Why? This is so out of nowhere. Not as much as you think. I heard that the branch campus stood in opposition to the government during the war. You think I'd leave my daughter in such a dangerous place after hearing that? There was a good reason behind that. We were just trying to... The reason isn't the point. You were caught and put under house arrest for a while, weren't you? Sure, but it all worked out. And if it hadn't, all it would have taken was a single small mistake and I might not have seen my little girl again. I still can't bear the thought even now. I mean, she's not... As crazy as Erica can be, she's not wrong in this instance. Like, at the end of the day, Tita's just a 17-year-old girl, you know, in school, and she was caught up in this huge war. Even though she was on the Liber arc as well, and Phantasma. Mom, I know you might hate me for taking you back, but I can handle that. I can't handle losing you. But I want to stay here a little longer. Come on, Erica. She's been working her ass off over here. Zip it, Agate. If you'd protected her like you were supposed to, she wouldn't have been in danger in the first place. Who was it that was so cocky when he said you could keep her safe the day he left, huh? Because it's certainly not you. Don't blame Agate for this. No one could have predicted what happened. And I just didn't have the experience to... Nah, she's right. If I'd done my job, you wouldn't have been in half the trouble you were in. I got nothing to defend myself with. Still. With that said, let me ask you this. Why do you want to stay after all that's happened? Well, I'm still in the middle of classes. It'll be another year until I graduate. That doesn't matter. You don't care? Not as much as I care about the real reason you came to Erebonia. Yeah, you're not just here to do... If you were here to do classes, you could have gone to any school in Liberal. I want to study under Professor Schmidt and complete the Orbal Gear 3. And since Estelle and Joshua couldn't come here before, I figured I could be the one to help Olivia out. Now, those answers matter. I read your report. I think you did amazing work on the Orbal Gear 3, which, of course, my daughter would. Prince Olvert is safe, and your friends can now enter the country with no problem. From where I'm sitting, you've already gotten everything you could want out of Erebonia. But now she's made all these relationships with people she doesn't want to say goodbye to. Specifically, you know, her fellow classmates like Muse and all the others. When you put it like that, maybe, but... Did all of you know Mom came here to take me home? Yes, we did. We tried convincing her otherwise. You sure you won't reconsider? I think you know what I'll say to that, Estelle. But Tita really likes it here. What's the harm in letting her enjoy it while she's still in school? She likes being at home too, and there's nothing she couldn't learn at Liberal that she learned in Erebonia. That means it's time for her to come back home. That's not true. Am I really wrong? I think so. That's not convincing. If I can keep producing results, then that proves there's more I could stand to learn here, right? I suppose. The logic certainly sound enough. We'll be here for a while, so I see no reason to not to entertain the idea. We all have plenty of time to wait for her to produce results. Yeah, you got 4 months. We'll be operating out of the branch campus since it's where Professor Schmidt is staying. I highly doubt Tita will be in any danger between now and when we leave. That's funny. That's hilarious. Yeah, it's not like anything's gonna happen in Crossbell in, you know, the next few days. No way she would. Fine. Really? Yes, but really, but on 2 conditions. First, you must produce results that convince me within 4 months. Second, after that, you must clear a test of my choosing. If you can fulfill those 2 conditions, I'll let you stay at Thor's till graduation. Fair? She's gonna take what Schmidt gave her. I wonder if Schmidt foresaw this, that Erica was gonna come here and try this, so he gave her something that she would have to figure out. Like, obviously, he's not giving her something easy, it's Schmidt. I think Schmidt really does want to see Tita succeed, though, despite how he acts towards her. Alright, it's life or death here, so let's kick off our first official meetup for Project Orbal Gear 4. Why are they here? Mint, it's not that big of a deal, we're just brainstorming. You say that, but if your mom isn't happy with what you come up with, then she's gonna pull you from the branch campus. I know. So it is life or death. There's no such thing as going overboard today, because we're as on board can be. We'll need every resource the engineering team here can get their hands on, so let's rock this out. Aye, lassie. We don't plan on skipping if you're at stake. That's so sweet. Okay, so I do have to help my uncle with his project, so I won't be able to help all the time. Sorry. Cannot say we'll be much help either. Well, it's her project anyway. We might have some trouble following along when it comes to the more complex aspects of this project. That's perfectly okay, just having you here means the world to me. And I've got to be the one to handle most of it. If I hand over too much, then it's like I've lost the point of it being given to me. You're so nice. That's the spirit. Forget everything else. We're here for you 100%. Then let's do this. Thank you, guys. Now we got that out of the way, let's really kick off the first official meetup for Project Orbal Gear 4. You keep saying that first, miss. So how many more meetings do you got planned with this project? 0. We've only got 4 months. If we don't figure out what we need to do right now, we're going to be screwed on time. Then why call it the first? It felt cool, you know. I was just going with it. So, Tita, number 4, eh? You just finished developing the Orbal Gear 3, right? It can't be easy trying to one-up yourself so soon. If you're gonna convince the professor to let you stay, shouldn't you go with the less of a challenge? No, it has to be this. My mom designed the first Orbal gear. If I really want her to recognize my skills, then improving the very thing she started is the way to go. I got you. Makes sense. Then you won't hear another word from us. So where do we start? Do you have a concept in mind for Little Baby 4 that's bigger than Big Daddy 3? What? What is it? What? Little Baby 4, Big Daddy 3? It's a wee world in that noggin, Gustav. Try and understand it. It'll just day your own head in. That's what I'm stuck on right now. Everyone's helped turn the Orbal Gear 3 into something with incredible specs. Surpassing that's going to require some major overhaul. I don't even know where to start. That'll put a damper on things, yeah. Well, what can't the previous models do? What can we add? How about making it fly? The Orbal Gear 3 couldn't fly. It had boosters for moving around, but... You know, I felt my heart skip a beat when I saw a Panzer Soldat flying around. What about... I've never watched this, by the way, so that wasn't like me knowing what they were gonna say. Flying? Yeah, that could... She's working a lot of stuff out in her head. Any more faces, and I think I was seeing... I was going through pics on a stereoscope. Stereoscope. I can't even tell if you like the idea or not. I like the direction, but we wouldn't be the first to do it. But the Orbal Gear is a Russell thing, isn't it? It is, but 2 years ago, ZCF and Epstein Foundation joint developed something called the Eidolon Gear. Oh, the thing Tio used. It's like a sister weapon to the Orbal Gear. Oh, like Alice's EXA? Yeah. But 3 companies were involved with the EXA, whereas the Eidolon Gear mostly has Foundation tech to make it stand out. I'm almost certain it was capable of manned flight. Wow, ain't that something? Is there a reason the 3 didn't incorporate it if the technology's already out there? Well, to be honest, it's because I don't know a whole lot about the Eidolon Gear. That's an easy fix. All we gotta do is ask. Oh, call Tio up? I understand. I'll answer any questions you have. Thank you so much, Tio. No need to thank me. ZCF helped make it happen, so it's the least I can do to share. To start, the Eidolon Gear did achieve flight to some degree, but it was far from perfect. What happened? 2 things. Performance and operational time. It's possible to fly with a pilot in the seat, but add another Curum and performance drops drastically. It also significantly refuses how long it can operate. It isn't designed for multi-purpose work and for long periods. Forget flight combat. Let's see. The Orbal Gear 3 solved the operational time issue, and it adapted well to suit its pilot's needs on the spot. Another thing is that the Eidolon Gear can't function without first linking with the Aeon system. It was a progressive machine for its time, but it also came with some very big limitations. So it had some incredible stuff to it, but it lacked the versatility of the 3. Then adding a flight function to the 3 wouldn't be such a bad idea at all. Not bad, it's brilliant is what? Sounds like it'd work a lot better than anything that's come before it, yeah. But it's not like we can just slap it on, right? It's only got so much heft, and it's not like we can apply some kind of booster like with the Panzer Soldats. It will not be very easy veering around tight turns with how it's built, too. Not easy isn't the same as impossible, so no matter how hard it is, I'm gonna make it happen. Ooh, you're all kinds of inspired. We may have some materials that could help. I'll put them together and send them to you in a bit. Thank you. Thanks to your input, we now have a plan, and this one is sure to make Mom see what I'm made of. One month later. Wait, what? Weren't we already in March? How's progress going? We brought snacks. Oh, hi, Sandy. Hi, Freddy. You look like you've seen better days. That's nothing Freddy's fighting formula can't fix. Go on, give it a bite. What's in it? Huh? It's a special blend of 7 kinds of bugs that help fight fatigue. It's bitter. It's so bitter. What is this deep, rich aftertaste? It's like I'm being swathed in a warm blanket of pure energy. After one bite? Ew, I feel like a whole new Tita now. Nothing beats a second win, right? More like nothing beats whatever you just gave me. I got some sandwiches too, if you're hungry. I'd love some, Sandy, and thanks a bunch, Freddy. No thanks needed. Anything for a cooking club comrade. Right, I haven't been able to drop by the club at all lately. Please, if anything, we wish we could do more for you. We're in your corner, Tita. Next year won't be the same if you aren't there to cook with us. I really want to stay, too. So far, so good on the plan, then, I hope? Well, going by how out of it you were, I'm guessing not. I made prototype after prototype, but none of them quite make the cut in terms of specs. I feel bad since everyone's going out of their way to help, but to be honest, I'm stumped. Have you tried asking Professor Schmidt? I don't know, he might just glare at her before brushing it off. I know he's a little scary up front, but I think he'd still give me a hint if I asked. It's just that I don't want him to. My friends helping me out is one thing, but he's a professor. If this whole thing moves forward based on the input of someone whose mom's equal, then is it really my project anymore? That's a valid point, sure. But that means your roadblock's not going anywhere. So when I hit a wall on something, I do something else to take my mind off it. Oh, you know, I do that too. If I'm stuck on cooking, I like to go out hunting. Want to take a run through the mountains? I'll pass on the mountains, but I like the direction this is going. Actually, I haven't analyzed that device Professor Schmidt gave me yet. I think I'll start there. Who knows? Maybe I can solve it if I pull another all-nighter. I'm not sure that's going to help. What? Sure it is. Different strokes, Sandy. Do what makes you tick, Tita. As long as you don't overdo it anyway. Thanks, you two. They're gonna leave us off on a cliffhanger, aren't they? She's gonna figure out what this is, and that's where it's gonna end. What's up with this reaction? Is this some kind of gravitational engine? But how is it so small? I can't think of any practical use for this off the top of my head. Could be a prototype. I think I get why the professor gave this to me now. Yeah, and now here. Professor Schmidt, do you have a moment? Only just, keep it brief. It's about the device you gave me. I thought I told you there wasn't any need for periodic updates. It's not that, I just wanted to confirm about how it's used, do whatever you want with it. Huh? I said do whatever you want with it. Now, no more questions. Then I will. Thank you, Professor. See you later. What? Maybe he didn't give it to her for that? Two months later. When is this taking place? Didn't it say like February 1207? So wouldn't this be far past like what's happening right now in the game? Okay, it's time for the final operational trial. Guess it'll have to be. You've only got 2 days until you present your findings to Erica. You ought to be proud of how far you've come. Maybe. I never dreamed the unit the professor gave me would turn out to be a new gravitational engine. The internals were really unique, so it took a lot of tweaking to make it work. I like how it's blue now. But after fitting it to this prototype, I couldn't believe the kind of results I was getting. Okay, so that set the direction I needed to follow. After that, new ideas kept coming, and the prototype was done before I knew it. I've done a few flight tests and made improvements after each, and now he's just so proud of her. What is it, Agate? Nothing. I just like how passionate you are. Sometimes I get the fire in me. I can't stop yammering. Anyway, thanks for coming with me today. Like I'd let you come all the way out here alone. Why did you pick a spot in the middle of nowhere like this anyway? Well, this is my last chance to collect data, so I wanted to make the most of it. Nobody comes here, and the elevation is naturally uneven. It's perfect for flying around. Makes sense. Well, go wild. I'll be here watching you the whole way, so let me know if you need anything. Okay, I'm gonna get started. Atta girl. What's part 2 gonna be about then if she already figured this out? Wow. Holy. Okay. Agate, I finished the test course now. Good stuff. Here are all the numbers you wanted. No idea if they're good or not. Looked like you were flying pretty well to me, though. Ooh, this is a big success. Huge. Mom's bound to be satisfied with numbers like this. Awesome. Guess all that's left is for Mama Bear to go over it with a fine-toothed comb. Sounds like you got it in the bag. Thanks so much for all the help, Agate. Maybe it's a bit premature to be saying this before Mom gives the okay. But I'm gonna need more of that while I'm at the academy. Heh, yeah, I got you. The guild's still understaffed in the Empire, so I wasn't planning on heading home anytime soon. Coming to check on you every so often is easy enough. Yay. What's this? Is that a Calvert ship, or... something's up with that airship. Could be some kind of mechanical failure. If the pilot can't ascend, it's going to crash into the mountain. That's not good. Good thing I have this unit. I'm gonna go and help. Tita! He's gonna take forever to get there. Its flight field's completely down. Can someone in there hear me? Who are you? There's no time to explain. Just please hold on tight to something. I'll do what I can. Is she gonna, like, lift it? I need to elevate it somehow. Full power. You gotta go higher than that. This isn't enough. Releasing output limiter. Instead of lifting it, why not just turn it? That worked. Phew, I did it. Now I just need to get back to Agate. Huh? Don't tell me it overheated. That was quite a jump. Yeah, but it didn't work. So sorry if I didn't run off like that on my own. I'm teasing you, got nothing to apologize for. You probably saved the lives of everyone on that airship. You did the right thing, Tita. You mean it? Still, you might be safe. We can't say the same for the Orbal Gear 4, huh? What? Why are you here? What? Why was the Emperor here? The two eventually descended to the bottom of the canyon and recovered the Orbal Gear Force wreckage. Unfortunately, it was clear a few days wouldn't be enough to fix it, and peculiarly, the new engine fitted within was nowhere to be found. In the end, Tita returned to the branch campus in low spirits, Agate gently patting her on the back in an effort to cheer her up. Well, I'm not sure what she's gonna do. So, did the Emperor snag the power supply? I wonder. Guess he would have had to, right? Well, I guess we're gonna see how Tita's gonna take it from here. I mean, there's no time for her to put together another model, especially without that power supply. Obviously, it had an overheating... Well, I don't even know if I'd consider it an overheating issue because there's not often a situation where she's going to have to push it to its max like that. Like, she's not going to normally be lifting up airships like that, so I don't think that would be a normal thing that she would need to account for. But, I guess we'll see whenever we unlock part 2. Obviously, Tita ends up staying, so we're going to have to see how that ends up happening. So, next time, what do we have? So we have another chapter to do in here. I'm not going to bother with this, honestly. It's just more questions. It's really not a big deal. But next time, I'm going to try and fit Project Turfing and Magical Alisa Part 2 in one video. So that way, after that, we can just move on, continuing Rufus's story, and finishing up Act 4 and leading us into the finale chapter. So, that's going to be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.